everyone, and welcome to a random exhibition fight card tournament thing, whatever you want to call it. It's just a couple of random fights. Now, if you're wondering why, well, the reason is because this is kind of just to keep you guys saturated with the content, because Series 3 of Brawlbots is going to be delayed because the first part of it, aka the first 6 heats of 10, got, well, deleted. They were recorded, all of them were recorded, the first 6 were recorded, and then they got deleted. And now I have to restart Series 3 from scratch. And in that video, I suppose I can also say who actually won, because honestly, looking at the heats now, I think it's a little bit too, like, easy to tell who's gonna be winning. So I think what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be changing up how I generated the heats. I needed at least 2 seeds per heat, but that was the only requirement. Other than that, it was just get 6 robots and then boom, there's a heat. And I know that, you know, it shouldn't be rigged or anything, but at the same time, when you leave it up to random chance, it can become not very good and fun to watch. So what my plan is to try and pair robots up against other robots that are in the same kind of skill level. Because if I took a really bad robot and then put it in a heat with a bunch of really good robots, the bad robots obviously not going to do well. And especially if there's multiple bad robots and then there's like 2 really good ones, it's obvious the heat final. So I figured, you know, why not change it up? So I'm going to be trying to make it a little bit fairer for the worse robots. So the heats that I had previously will be gone. I'll probably post, like, you know, I'll post something about them so you guys can see what they would have been. But, you know, I don't think all of them were bad. I think some of them were actually pretty good. But the ones that I think were good were a lot more fair and close than the ones that were not, like, close. The ones that were not close were the ones that I think I didn't like the most. So I am going to make it a bit more fair and hopefully make it a little bit more entertaining with unpredictability. So, yeah. The format will stay the same, though. Series 10 format. You know, 10 heats, 1 second place Redemption Rumble to get 1 more grand finalist. Then it will be 5 wild cards. And then we'll have the round of 16, and then just straight single elimination tournament from there. So, yeah, but anyway, so on to what this is. This is just going to be 4 fights, wedges, or tanks, against spinners, horizontal spinners, to be exact, because, that's always entertaining, right? I'll break your fist with my face. You know, that's always entertaining, so, without further ado, let's get into the carnage.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Here we go. Anchor and Double Jeopardy are off. Anchor up to speed. Double Jeopardy yet to fire their cannon shots. Now Anchor grinding away at the front wedge. Double Jeopardy fires 1, fires the other 2. Hitting Anchor's spinner. Anchor throwing all 3 of the shots away. They really didn't seem to do any damage, but they did slow Anchor down. And now Double Jeopardy getting some good rams in. Anchor seems to be very unstable, but they're not necessarily doing any damage to themselves, so maybe it's not a problem. But now Double Jeopardy using that front wedge very well, kind of corralling Anchor around the arena. Now trying to get them into the corner. Anchor slips out. And now Anchor getting a good shot to the side, and again, there's another good hit. And now Anchor getting charged by Double Jeopardy. Double Jeopardy again getting some good hits, throwing Anchor off balance. It seems like Anchor being kind of tall compared to other horizontal spinners of their type. seems to be putting them off balance. However, they could flip the robot over to give it a lower center of gravity if they wanted to, but so far seems like, well, their higher form is actually working for them. But now Double Jeopardy again, trying to use that front wedge and using it decently well, and now getting Anchor into the corner. And the pulverizer drops down one time, and Anchor gets back up to speed. Small little hit onto Double Jeopardy's front wedge. The front wedge of Double Jeopardy seems to be holding up very well. Halfway done with this fight, actually more than halfway done now. Yeah, Double Jeopardy's wedge seems to be very good at deflecting these hits. There's a good hit though. Anchor's design seems to not be helping it too much, as it's more rounded with these huge contact points. But if it's only hitting a flat, piece, then it's really only hitting a wall, and it's not going to be able to bite into anything, so their design could be what's hurting them here. Double Jeopardy still continuing to corral Anchor around the arena, and now trying to get them into the corner yet again, and they do so. And now, ooh, some good rams from Double Jeopardy, because they flip Anchor over here. Ooh, trying to there. And not quite able to. Anchor slips out, and now getting some hits onto Double Jeopardy. A good hit there. And another good hit. Anchor, ooh, oh my goodness, some massive hits onto the side of Double Jeopardy, now underneath them and grinding away at whatever they can down there. The pulverizer getting some hits in onto the top of Double Jeopardy as well. And Anchor now getting some good hits to finish off the fight. 10 seconds remaining. And Anchor, oh, well now Double Jeopardy shoves back for the final 2-3 seconds.
Cease.
And is called. Well, a very good fight between these two. Anchor, a very powerful horizontal spinner, did its best, but Double Jeopardy may have overwhelmed them in this fight. Both of these robots did pretty good, but it will be up to the judges to see who will win. Well, a very close fight, but of course only one can win. So, moving on to the judges' decision before the next fight. Your winner, by judges' decision, is Double Jeopardy. Double Jeopardy winning in both aggression and control. Effectiveness barely went to Anchor. It went 3-2. The other two categories also went 3-2, but this time in favor of Double Jeopardy. So your winner is Double Jeopardy.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
So Wedgelord 5000 trying to get the box rush, but they miss. Rainbow of Death up to speed. Wedgelord 5000 now slowly corralling them. Ooh, into the corner. Rainbow of Death getting hit by the pulverizer once and twice, I think. Wedgelord 5000 back away, now trying to corral them yet again. And now a ram from them as well. And that's their entire wedge gone. Well, that's a bit of a problem for Wedgelord 5000, as they've just been flipped over. And now I don't think there's anything they can do now. Wedgelord 5000 upside down. They have the Shremek, but doesn't seem to be helping them. Oh, they're almost back over. A Rainbow of Death isn't going to let them get back over if they're not on their wheels. If you're not perfect, Rainbow of Death's going to exploit that. Rainbow of Death now going in for some massive hits. And oh, and there it is! An absolute explosion of a hit. And the back end of Wedgelord 5000 has just been ripped off, left there, along with the Shremek being torn off. So your winner of this fight, Rainbow of Death.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
And we are off. Black Rose getting immediately box rushed by Need for Speed. And now, oh, after the Minibot and a massive hit, the Minibot still survives, and now it's been flipped over. Well, I don't think it's surviving much longer, as it's up on its back over there in the corner. But Need for Speed now charging in after Black Rose, getting them into the corner for a brief second. And now, ooh, Black Rose deflected away again. That wedge of Need for Speed so far has actually done pretty well. We haven't seen it in any previous fights up until now, but up against Black Rose, it's holding up for now. And Black Rose back up to speed, Need for Speed trying to ram them against the wall again to try and slow them down. And Black Rose, ooh, sent flying there. Need for Speed unable to capitalize, and a good hit from Black Rose onto the back of Need for Speed. And now, Black Rose, ooh, getting a little hit and little nick onto the side of Need for Speed's front wheel guard. And now Black Rose sent flying again, but ricocheting back to Need for Speed as they push Black Rose into the corner. And now Black Rose getting hit by the pulverizer. This could be doing some internal damage. But now Need for Speed turn to face them again. Black Rose have only gotten one really good hit onto, anything besides the front wedge. And now, ooh, Black Rose thrown into the corner yet again. And now Need for Speed pushing them back into the complete opposite corner this time. Need for Speed really doing some good controlling here, but they've just lost a piece of the front. And now Black Rose, ooh, coming in from behind, and the pulverizer is just broken off half of Need for Speed's front armor, including the right front wheel guard. But the wedge still holds up. That left front wheel guard is still there, and the back wheel guards are perfectly intact, it seems. Need for Speed still getting some good rams with about a minute left in this fight for Black Rose to try and do anything. Need for Speed's wedge really seems to be helping them here in this fight. But speaking of their wedge, it's just broken off, and they've just lost the other front wheel guard. So now Need for Speed might have 0 armor, and there you go, it's just lost the front wheel. Black Rose finally starting to actually do some major damage. I mean, it was a little bit late into the fight, but they've just broken off the back armor as well. Need for Speed is just a slab now. Well, Need for Speed, they were looking perfectly fine at just like a minute ago, but now Black Rose has just started to just crack their armor wide open. Need for Speed still seems to be moving, even though they've lost about 70% of their armor. But Need for Speed, a very relentless robot. I can't talk. Anyway, Black Rose getting some final hits and ceases to fall. A fantastic fight, but it goes to the judges. Need for Speed put up a really good fight, controlling Black Rose around the arena, being very aggressive the whole time, but Black Rose doing very well with their spinner and destroying Need for Speed by the end. Well, a fantastic fight between Black Rose and Need for Speed. However, it went to the judges, but the result of the judges' decision is in. And your winner, by judges' decision, winning on all 3 categories 3-2, Need for Speed. So Need for Speed is your winner, doing a lot of controlling and, aggressing, and being very effective at what it was designed to do, which is a tanky, ramming robot, and it did very well at that. Black Rose probably had the best chance of getting aggression or effectiveness, and both categories were close, but Need for Speed got aggression and control, and effectiveness, well, went to Need for Speed because, while yes, Black Rose was able to do damage, it only happened in at most, the last minute of the fight. Otherwise, it was mostly in the last 30 seconds of the fight. And even then, Need for Speed kept going, so Need for Speed just controlled the fight for longer, was able to, be more aggressive throughout the fight, and was able to actually just be more effective for longer than Black Rose. So your winner is Need for Speed.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Let the main event begin. Tombstone already up to speed. Bulldozer, ooh, a little bit tentative here. Tombstone grinding a little bit at that front wedge. Now a little bit of a hit. Okay, now we're getting some good hits from Tombstone. Bulldozer now trying to push back. And now Tombstone, ooh, advancing. Both of these robots seem to be somewhat cautious and weary of each other. But now, ooh, a good hit from Tombstone there. And they've actually lost one of their back panels, Tombstone has. Bulldozer seems to be holding up fairly well now. But now, oh, and I just saw that the Bulldozer's wedge has just been, well, completely broken off. Now, they've lost half of it before, but now it's just broken off entirely. And now Bulldozer actually putting their wedge all the way down and using the top part of it as almost a secondary wedge, now putting Tombstone airborne. Well, this new wedge, quote-unquote, seems to actually be holding up better than their actual wedge did. So, I don't know what happened, but Bulldozer now pushing Tombstone back after getting them on top of him. And now Bulldozer still relentlessly just charging into Tombstone's blade now. Tombstone still getting sent into the air from the majority of these hits. It's a combination of the weapon power hitting a sloped surface, and Tombstone can't really seem to get a bite into Bulldozer's new wedge, quote-unquote. I guess I'll just call it a wedge, even though it's not. But Tombstone now trying to get some good hits, possibly onto the side of the wedge, because maybe that will break it off. I mean, Bulldozer has upgraded their wedge since we've last seen them, and they've made it mounted twice as strong as last time. So, expecting to see it be a lot more durable, and so far that's what we're seeing. We're seeing part of it be more durable, the other half not really. But Tombstone now still just relentlessly charging into Bulldozer. A minute left in the fight, and Bulldozer, removing Tombstone's top armor there just from sheer ramming force alone. Tombstone now getting rammed into the wall yet again. Tombstone has really yet to get a good hit onto much on Bulldozer besides the front wedge. And 30 seconds left to play in this match. Tombstone again trying to grind and try and bite into that wedge a little bit, but it seems like they have no success there. And now getting hit by the pulverizer a couple times. Tombstone still just trying to find an angle of attack here. And Bulldozer still relentlessly ramming Tombstone from wall to wall. But Tombstone, now has gotten a good hit and ripped off a part. They ripped off that back piece. Bulldozer still seems to be somewhat moving. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Cease and called. A really good fight between these two. Bulldozer did a whole lot of damage to Bulldozer. Did I just say Bulldozer did a whole lot of damage to Bulldozer? Tombstone did a whole lot of damage to Bulldozer, but Bulldozer was really aggressive and controlling throughout the fight. Bulldozer did, of course, lose the back part of their robot at the very end, but they still managed to hang in there, and they've just lost more of the wedge just from doing a victory spin. But this fight goes to the judges with no clear winner. Tombstone, a very destructive force that is definitely something to be feared, and Bulldozer, a very tanky robot that might have a hard time while dying. But Tombstone now is messing around with their top armor. But it goes to the judges for the main event. Again, the third judge's decision in this episode. So, yeah, congratulations to both of these two for surviving, I guess. Well, the fight went to the judges. And of course we have the decision for the main event between Bulldozer and Tombstone. So, your winner in the judge's decision is Bulldozer. Well, Bulldozer was able to be controlling and aggressive enough to pull out the win. They didn't get the effectiveness points, however. Tombstone ended up getting that category because Bulldozer is a lifter, not necessarily just a wedge. If they were just a wedge, then they would have probably gotten effectiveness, but they didn't use the lifter at all, so they got very minimal effectiveness points. But Bulldozer did manage to get the other two categories. So, your winner is Bulldozer, so congratulations to them. But anyway, that is all for now, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on notifications if you haven't already, so you don't miss the next video I post. But anyway, that's all for now, so until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, and stay safe from Corona.